Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania sponsors this podcast, and it's having a promotion right now that's so good, it's scary. Buy one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off. Ooh, plus another $250 off your whole project. That's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Check out renewalbyanderson.com to learn more. Roughly 200 schools search possibly contaminated chicken. In Westmoreland County, one municipality is trying to keep up with stormwater management regulations. Drivers might be entitled to part of a $35 million settlement, and this man really likes the Iron Menace. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. About 200 schools in Philadelphia serve students possibly contaminated chicken, reports NBC 10. Officials from the Philadelphia School District stated that they were notified by Whitston's Culinary Group, which provides meals to schools along with establishments in the healthcare sector, among others, that certain products were part of a nationwide meat and poultry recall brought about by a listeria contamination. Fortunately, there's been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions from the consumption of these meals as of the recording of this episode. For years, officials in Murraysville were able to run things without a tax hike, reports the Tribune Review. Sure, there was one in 2021, but even that was a tiny bump to earned income and real estate transfer taxes. Now, however, officials are claiming that the requirements from the state on stormwater management are at last catching up to them, potentially resulting in a fee assessed on all property owners in Murraysville. Residential, commercial, nonprofit, and otherwise. Up until now, Murraysville had been able to maintain its stormwater system mainly through the state's general fund. But regulations from the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection for places that have a municipal separate stormwater system are starting to outpace their budget. This fee is likely to fall between $5 and $10 per month for the average resident. Said Chief Administrator Michael Nestico, quote, "They put in requirements for improvements to stormwater systems without a funding mechanism in place. We're not scrambling to keep up, but we're trying to stay ahead of it and address it properly." If you had a 2011 to 2016 Chevrolet Silverado or a GMC Sierra truck, you could be entitled to part of a $35 million settlement, states PennLive. General Motors just agreed to the settlement as part of a class action lawsuit that accused a fuel injection pump used in these cars to be faulty. This settlement still needs to get final approval, which may or may not happen during a hearing in January, but if it does go through, those affected could receive as much as $12,700 from it. For more information, please click on the corresponding podcast article. The Iron Menace at Dorney Park is 160 feet high, has a 95-degree drop, and reaches speeds of up to 65 miles per hour, making it not for the faint of heart, says NBC 10. And Ippy Shaw of Snexville has ridden it not once, not twice, but 1,000 times. Which is even more impressive when you consider the fact the coaster opened up not too long ago, back in April. Ippy got a sign and a picture to commemorate this Dorney history-making experience. That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, visit PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast wherever you may listen to it, and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com, even if it's just to say hi. Thanks in advance, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll get back together tomorrow for more Today in PA. Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania sponsors this podcast, and it's having a promotion right now that's so good, it's scary. Buy one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off. Ooh, plus another $250 off your whole project. That's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Check out renewalbyanderson.com to learn more.